What if I told you that in some states, the majority of the population is over 90% white? Stunned? Let's dive into the surprising demographics of the United States. Today we're peeling back the layers of the American population, revealing a stark truth about the racial makeup of certain states. It's a dialogue about diversity, or the lack thereof, in some corners of this vast nation. So, are you ready for a demographic deep dive? Stick around as we count down the 15 whitest states in the United States. Starting our countdown at number 15, we have Wisconsin. A state known for its dairy farms and football, Wisconsin also has a significant white population. The state's racial composition is predominantly white, with a percentage that ranks it 15th among the whitest states in the United States. This may come as a surprise to some, given the state's urban centers like Milwaukee and Madison, which are known for their cultural diversity. However, when looking at the state as a whole, the white population is substantial. It's important to note that this doesn't diminish the rich tapestry of cultures that make up Wisconsin. From its Native American roots to the influence of German, Polish, and Scandinavian immigrants, Wisconsin's cultural heritage is as diverse as it is vibrant. And so, Wisconsin secures the 15th spot on our list. Moving on to the 14th state, we head to the East Coast. At number 14, we find Pennsylvania. This state, known for its rich history and diverse landscapes, stands out for its racial makeup as well. The Keystone State, as it's fondly called, is home to a population that's predominantly white. A significant portion of its populace traces their ancestry back to Europe, particularly from regions like Germany, Ireland, and Italy. This is reflected in the state's culture, traditions, and even its food, with dishes like the Philly cheesesteak and pierogies being local favorites. But Pennsylvania isn't just a monochromatic palette. It's a vibrant tapestry of cultures with an increasing number of people from different racial backgrounds calling it home. The state's demographics are slowly but surely changing, adding more color and diversity to its social fabric. It's a fascinating place that's both holding on to its historical roots and embracing change. Next, we journey to the Midwest. Coming in at number 13 is the Cornhusker state, Nebraska. Nestled in the heartland of America, Nebraska is known for its vast plains, towering cornfields, and vibrant farming communities. But what about its racial makeup? Nebraska presents an interesting demographic landscape. As of the latest census, the state is predominantly white, with nearly 90% of its population identifying as such. This racial majority has been a consistent characteristic of Nebraska, historically rooted in its early European settlers and sustained through generations. Yet, amidst this, Nebraska is a melting pot of cultures and ethnicities, with a growing number of Hispanic, Asian, and African American communities, enriching its cultural fabric. It's a testament to the state's welcoming nature and the evolving face of America. As we continue our countdown, we find diversity in every corner of the United States. For the 12th whitest state, we head back to the East Coast. At number 12, we have New Hampshire. As we delve deeper into the Granite State, we find a population that is predominantly white. New Hampshire has always been known for its natural beauty, but its demographic composition is equally noteworthy. The state's population is largely homogeneous, with whites making up a significant majority. According to the latest census data, over 90% of New Hampshire's population identifies as white. This paints a picture of a state that, despite being located in the diverse northeast region of the United States, has retained a predominantly white demographic. This is not necessarily due to exclusion, but rather a reflection of the migration patterns and history of the state. This composition has had a profound impact on the state's culture and societal norms, making it distinct in many ways. As we continue our journey through the whitest states in the U.S., we find ourselves moving into the top 10. We stay on the East Coast. Just missing the top 10, at number 11, we have Connecticut. This New England beauty is known for its stunning landscapes, but it also has a diverse population. Home to 3.5 million people, the racial makeup of Connecticut is predominantly white, accounting for nearly 70% of the population. The rest of the population is a mix of different races and ethnicities, creating a vibrant and diverse culture. The state's commitment to diversity is reflected in the various cultural events and festivals held throughout the year. Yet the majority white population places Connecticut at the 11th spot on our list. This shows that even within a diverse society, there can be significant racial majorities. It's a reminder of the complex and varied racial landscapes that exist across the United States. Next, we journey to the Midwest for the 10th whitest state. We finally reached the top 10. Can you guess which states made the cut? Now let's take a trip across the United States and begin the countdown of the top 10 whitest states. Starting with number 10. Drum roll, please. At number 10, we have the picturesque state of Vermont. Known for its maple syrup and beautiful fall colors, Vermont has a predominantly white population. Next, at number 9, we have Iowa. With its sprawling farmlands and friendly communities, Iowa also has a significant white population. Moving on to number 8, we find ourselves in North Dakota. Famous for its rugged landscapes and rich history, North Dakota is predominantly white. At number 7, we have South Dakota. Known for its iconic Mount Rushmore, South Dakota too has a considerable white population. And finally, at number 6, we have Minnesota. Known as the land of 10,000 lakes, Minnesota is also predominantly white. That's it for our first half of the top 10. Stay tuned as we reveal the top 5 whitest states in the United States. We've reached the top 5. These states have the highest percentage of white residents in the United States. So let's dive right in. Coming in at number 5, we have North Dakota. With its wide open plains and bustling cities, North Dakota is a state of contrast. Known for its strong agricultural roots, it's a state that's as diverse in its landscapes as it is in its people. Yet, despite this diversity, the majority of its residents are white, making it one of the whitest states in the country. Moving on to number 4, we find ourselves in South Dakota. Much like its northern neighbor, South Dakota boasts a high percentage of white residents. From the breathtaking Badlands to the iconic Mount Rushmore, South Dakota is a state that's steeped in history and culture, and its mostly white population reflects this. Next, at number 3, we have Vermont. Known for its stunning fall foliage and delicious maple syrup, Vermont is a small state with a big white population. Despite its size, it's one of the whitest states in the nation, with a high percentage of white residents. At the second spot, we find Maine. With its rugged coastline and picturesque lighthouses, Maine is a state that's as beautiful as it is white. Known for its seafood, particularly lobster, Maine is a state that's as rich in culture as it is in its white population. Before we reveal the whitest state in the United States, it's worth noting that these percentages are not a reflection of any state's worth or value. Each state, regardless of its racial makeup, contributes something unique and valuable to the fabric of our country. So, while it's interesting to note these statistics, it's also important to remember that diversity in all its forms is what truly makes America great. And now, for the whitest state in the United States. And the whitest state in the United States is... Brace yourselves, folks, for it's none other than the beautiful, the tranquil, the evergreen state of Maine. Yes, you heard it right. Maine, with its stunning coastlines and majestic lighthouses, is the whitest state in the United States. Now let's delve into the racial composition of this fascinating state. Maine is predominantly white, with over 95% of its population identifying as white. This is a startling figure when you consider the rich cultural diversity that characterizes the United States as a whole. It's a testament to the unique demographic makeup of this northeastern corner of the country. But why is Maine so white? Well, it's a combination of factors. The state's historical roots, its geographical location, and migration patterns have all contributed to its high white population. Maine was originally settled by English colonists, and over time it has attracted predominantly white migrants who were drawn to its natural beauty, ample job opportunities, and high quality of life. Maine's racial composition isn't just a statistical curiosity. It has profound implications for the state's culture, politics, and social dynamics. It shapes the state's identity and influences everything from its education system to its policymaking. That concludes our countdown of the 15 whitest states in the United States. We've journeyed across the United States, exploring the racial composition of each state. We've discovered some surprising truths about the diversity tucked away in the corners of the country. From the rolling hills of Wisconsin to the bustling streets of Pennsylvania, we've traversed the landscapes of 15 states, each with a unique blend of cultures and histories. Venturing further into the heartland, we found Nebraska, a state known for its cornfields and college football, but also for its predominantly white population. Our journey continued to the serene landscapes of New Hampshire and Connecticut, two states that also made it to our list. Taking a deeper dive, we uncovered the top 10 and top 5 whitest states, unearthing the reasons behind their demographic makeup. Finally, we revealed the whitest state in the United States, a revelation that might have surprised some of you. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. Until next time.